Hello everyone, Alex Han Solo again. Just wanted to do a quick evening recap. This morning I called Bitcoin at about 45, so we're hitting that point and we need to kind of decide if and how much to sell, but I'm at a point where I'm not really selling much right now. Where can we really get to here? Let's see. We're on the 15-minute chart. Nothing really resisting there. We are at this higher level. We should be able to test this 3200 point or above this fib line, this red auto fib line. So we'll probably bounce on that. I'm going to just draw this here for now and see if some things start lining up on the higher time frames. And right there, you see that up there, lines right up with that purple line that I drew earlier. So hopefully we'll get there about here. Thinking this. Let's draw that again. So just going to stay in this range for a bit, hopefully. Got a lot of support there. Let's see how many times this has tested the bottom of the channel, basically 4 times already. So that's enough times to break out of the top. It's already tested the top now, it'll be the 3rd time. So usually won't break down or up on the first attempt. Maybe you will a little bit on the second attempts, but on the third we should be really getting close to trying to test this level, which testing this 3200 level would be our 3rd attempt there. So we could potentially pass there as well and start hitting some higher highs for kind of this Elliott wave pattern. We do want to get to that overbought territory on the RSI. I'm going to swap out MACD for ADX and just see how well things are going. So the momentum has really slowed on this push, and it might increase a little bit on the sell-off. But where are we on this 4-hour? Right at the edge. I think it's possible we can squeeze up to that without dropping based on this 4-hour. Let's see what the daily looks like. And the daily is what really scares me the most, but what we need to kind of understand is that it's already squeezed down to these levels. And this is growing a little bit over time, but we haven't really tested this 2400 level, so I do think at some point we're going to touch that before we can really rock it. Although we do have this purple line I drew earlier in September, and just kind of really being that resistance. Also kind of staying within this range. So we're getting close to a breakout, but I don't think just yet. We aren't going to break down from this channel just yet. We had a Wednesday turnaround day. Today was Thursday. We had a second bullish day. The cycles can easily last 2 to 4 days, and tomorrow will be hopefully as bullish as today. If it's more, Saturday will definitely continue. If it's much less, then Saturday will also continue that downtrend to even less bullish than Friday. Here I have an Ethereum dominance breakout that occurred, drawn since beginning of September, just first time, basically 4th attempt. Kind of rode it on that 3rd attempt and then broke out. there's a little bit of a retest going on here, but I imagine a bigger retest happening closer to here if we extend these lines. Oops. Just kind of get a feel, 11th of October will definitely be pinching out of it. And we're really hoping that this break out of this channel 1, this really would be the second time testing it. I don't think we're going to be dropping it just yet. That can get really bullish really fast. And then we could drop it, hopefully not moving into December, but again, we've only touched it twice. We've got maybe 3 or 4 attempts. That would be hopefully 80,000 by December. That 100,000, somewhere around there. We got BTC dominance. This goes up. We're kind of bearish. We're hoping it bounces on this red line. We just retested this resistance and popped up from it. Should be able to squeeze up into here. Although when it's really, really low volume, sometimes it doesn't get there, but we haven't retested up here. And so we got some long-term targets, some really bearish targets up here for this retest. And where our bullish goal is basically down here, this blue line. You can see that we were really retesting the halfway point, and I called a bottom down here based on the top and spotting that middle essentially, and it definitely bounced from there. And it took us 4 years to touch this point, so yeah, we could probably touch here. Look at this long trend. That's a month trend, a 30-day cycle. So we should be able to kind of return to that point and then pass. And if that's the case, October is going to look pretty bad, and it's going to take some time to recover from that. And November through December should be hopefully bullish. I was calling a sideways October. Hopefully it's just sideways, and kind of doing this means it'll be as sideways as mid-August through mid-September, which will feel like recent history, so it'll feel sideways enough, I believe. But yeah, a lot of people will get wrecked if we get close to here, for sure. I think that's mostly it. We have USDT really quick. We want this to drop down. We really want this to drop down, and it is. It's bouncing on this upper channel actually. Let's see how many attempts it's been. Oops. Let's see, we got 1 attempt breakout, really 1 bottom attempt, so this is the 2nd attempt on the USDT. Probably not a breakout. We already see the daily dropping, so we can easily see the daily drop to here, and that would be a very, very bullish, really lining up with that purple M line, again from a month ago. So basically a month call, hopefully lines up right here, and then we start following that green line up, which, not hopefully, that'd actually be very bearish, but at least the call would be right. I do want to look at one last thing with you guys. Total cap spikes. These are kind of my favorite way to know what the market's doing, to know the whale moves. We see this passing, so that means we're not selling yet. If I saw this start to drop, I'd start kind of wonder, are we really going to see this turn around right here? But because we are ending this natural red the way I drew it, this green spike towards the tail end of it into a natural green should really give us a nice pop before we'll probably see a red spike. So let's just try to draw that really quick. So let's try to match these cycles. So that's basically 2 weeks. 1, 2, 3 bars. And we're going to just give us a big old red spike. Just go like that. I don't think they're going to sneak it on us. I think it's just going to come and not stop. Kind of like these big red spikes. The only reason I drew a second green spike here, you don't really see too many green spikes, but I saw 2 red spikes here kind of overlap. So these 2 small spikes could be similar to that. This one was somewhat small, so I kind of felt another one was coming. And yeah, we'll kind of see what happens here. That's all for now.